And that is how you make a ring entrance tonight.
Deal Shalestou.
Let me get it right.
Tarас Šelestюk.
Šelestюk. There's a big Ukrainian fan base in the Sacramento area, and there you see him coming in. Mother and father Yelena and Alexander watching in the Ukraine. Alicia Rivera, what's going on? Duchenko, please share this video, this Facebook stream to everybody in the Ukraine. Alicia Rivera, I just found out you're royalty in the Thompson boxing family. Let you know that nobody's messing around. It is 100% work. You see the tail of the tape.
And Taras Šelestюk is 15-0, 9 knockouts, but because of his style, which has not really evolved into a crowd-pleasing one as a professional, he has now enlisted the services of Joel Diaz to be his lead, and I love that guy.
Kyiv, Ukraine. Here is Taras, Real Deal Shalestou.
Train is going by. Alex Campanova getting out of the ring. Everybody's ready to go for our main event tonight.
And the tail of the tape, Šelestюk is 31 years old, so they got to get going here. And again, he has a new trainer. He's been off since November of last year. He scored a 10-round decision over veteran Jaime Herrera.
Ready to go, 8 rounds. The real deal, Taras Šelestюk. Hesús Alves Rodraguez Carambolas. Un saludo a Don Botijas El Leo. Jorge Villegas, vamos Carambolas. Duchenko is calling a 3rd round KO for the Ukrainian. The Ukrainian, the southpaw, you see that Olympic tattoo on his right side. He represented the Ukraine in the 2012 Olympics in London. He won the bronze. Comes from that Ukrainian boxing school. He started taking boxing seriously at the age of 14. That was a team with Lomachenko.
And Alexander Usyk.
Usyk.
Who's now the WBO Cruiserweight champion.
He's 15-0, 9 KOs. Steve, you said you saw him a lot at the wild card?
Yeah, and he was at that point training with Eric Brown, respected trainer who's had a few world champions like Paulie Malignaggi and Peter Quillen. And you know, one thing about Šelestюk, he's technically sound, knows how to use a lot of distance and spacing, as you can see. Kind of does remind me of that old classic European amateur style. But the success and the popularity of the recent fighters from that part of the world is really because they've acclimated to more or less the American/Mexican style. And I think that's one of the reasons why he has enlisted Joel Diaz. He's a very, very competent boxer. The question is, can he be an entertaining fighter?
Hesús Alvarez Rodraguez is the technical name. He said just call him Hesús Alvarez. He's in the black and red, Los Mochis, Sinaloa. You know, there's baseball down there. He's like, yeah, I don't watch it. Anything else? Soccer? No. What do you do? Box. Of course, Sinaloa. Steve, his favorite fighter.
Julio Cesar Chavez.
The only one.
JC Superstar, the Lion of Culiacan.
Alvarez comes from the Next Round team. That's where he trains at. And it's a cool program, the Next Round team in Los Mochis, where they have over 700 kids in this program throughout the years, where they get kids off of the streets and they teach them boxing as a sort of discipline. Yes, they want them to box as amateurs, but they don't necessarily enforce it. They just want these kids to be good kids. And there he gets hit, he gets dropped. Uppercut, uppercut, and Alvarez went down here in the first. The Ukrainian coming with it. Robotai. Work. That's what he's doing here in the first. He has 9 KOs in his career. Does a Ukrainian, the real deal. Alvarez has been dropped in his last 2 fights. It's hit again. 10 seconds to go. Bringing the heavy hands here in the first is the real deal, Taras Šelestюk. Another good left, good strong round for the fighter that was born in Makivka, Ukraine.
Well, round 1 of the union between Joel Diaz and Taras Šelestюk, well, it's earning rave reviews, and you talked about it. A series of left hands up the middle and over the top sends Alvarez to the floor in round number 1. And Benta, my personal observation, it's probably the most aggressive Šelestюk I've seen, really fighting off the front foot more than usual in round number 1.
Straight left got him, followed by a right. Dobre Utra to the Ukraine. Good morning to the Ukraine. As they're watching us right now, as is Toño Diaz, who's in Mexico, so we're watching us all over the world. And Carambola comes from a family of 11. He's the 8th of 11. His fans just really quiet on Facebook. What's the book on Šelestюk?
Well, good technical boxer, but again, hadn't really crossed over into a certain style that was going to make him a crowd-pleasing type of fighter. And when you're a foreign fighter, it's generally very hard to actually have a natural fan base, as we do see a couple of Ukrainian flags across from us. But really, a situation for a guy like him is he's got to be entertaining and really capture the imagination and the attention of television executives. You know, that's one of the reasons why Golovkin and Kovalev were able to make such headway on HBO, because they had a style that a guy like Peter Nelson said, you know what, I want that for my subscribers.
You got to put on a show. And the real deal is coming out here in the early round and putting on another good show. I mean, there's something to be said about going with Joel Diaz, living the comforts of not just the wild card where he was at, he was also at wild card west, and going 2 hours east to the desert, where it's 110 in the morning.
Yeah, and you know, and Joel Diaz generally likes aggressive, hard-nosed fighters. That's the type of style that he teaches. And, you know, for Šelestюk, it may have been a bit of a culture clash, but early on, he does look more aggressive than normal.
Šelestюk, his brother actually in his corner tonight as a second. Started off as a soccer and gymnastics in the Ukraine. In the Ukraine, they have those sports specialty schools, and that's where he was at. Šelestюk needs to tie his shoe. Tied it on his side, but he's up at 5 in the morning to run those sand dunes, do the work. Said he just likes the environment. It reminds him of what they had in the Ukraine, where you train as a team.
Just 70 degrees warmer, I believe. But, you know, listen, this is a guy, he's 31, so he does not have a lot of time to waste here. He's got to make his mark relatively quickly. He's rated number 5 in the WBO. But the money here in America is made if you can get on TV, and specifically the premium cable outlets. And I don't know if a guy like him, who's not American, can do it if he's not at least partially a television-friendly fighter.
Weighing 147 pounds tonight. His main sparring partners, Omar Figueroa, Virgil Ortiz. Crystal Alvarez saying, go Taras. Body work that was blocked. Final seconds of the second. Another good round for the Ukrainian. Ray David Sanchez saying, Animo Carambola. And everybody writing us in the Ukraine, watching us, if you know any kind of English, type it in, I'll say it. I know Dmitry Kudrashov. I know Slava Shabransky. We know Lomachenko. There you see the colors That's his brother right there with the hat backwards. That's his bratan, who boxed as an amateur. Luchenko, True Boxing Hands. What's up, True Boxing Hands? Thanks for sharing the video. Chewy out of Texas. Fort Worth, I believe. Franciel Quintana, Animo, Carambola. Roger Jr. There we go. Taras, knock him out. There we go. Oh, the boxing hipsters back. Ryan Scalia.
Oh.
Haven't forgot about you guys. Viva Taras. Hope he gets more active. Well, he's here in the third after he dropped Carambola in the first. Looked good in the second. This was scheduled for 8. Omega Products International in Ontario. A pro-heavy Mexican crowd, as you can hear, trying to urge on Carambola.
For the first time, Alvarez is stepping forward and backing up Taras Šelestюk. Šelestюk now might be able to just time him off that front foot with the right hook, though.
There we go, starting to get a buzz. The Mexican fans are up. The Ukrainian fans are up. Standing around our main event in Sacramento, Thompson Boxing Promotions, going north for the first time.
Good left hand. That one stopped Alvarez right in his tracks, Beto.
Alvarez has been knocked out in his 2 losses. First time to Ruslan Provodnikov. Then next one, Sami Valentin.
And one note about Šelestюk, like Ruslan Provodnikov, he is managed by Vadim Kornilov.
That's right, Ignacio Zuniga, Fort Worth, Texas. What's up? Your Cowboys and the Rangers. Denise Fong, vamos Carambola. Carlos Villarreal, arriba los Mochis. The fans here, they might not know Carambola. Alvarez, you know, Mexicans are just going to support a Mexican anywhere they can. Oh, that stung him. That sent him back. Oh, and it is over. The referee has stopped it. He looked into the eyes of Alvarez, and it is a 3rd round KO for the real deal.
That was a beautiful move from the real deal Šelestюk. He actually feinted, stepped back. Alvarez took the bait, and he got nailed. Perfect execution by Šelestюk.
Boveda para Taras Šelestюk. Victory. Harashoya Robota. Good work. Definitely all of that.
And let's take a look at the knockout sequence. Šelestюk laying a trap that Alvarez took right here. Bang. And he just stepped back and he put him right into the target zone and bang. Beautiful use of the feint, stepping back, creating power for that left hand.
My goodness. No opposition from the corner.
And that was a slashing left hand right on the button of Alvarez. Beto, I think it's too early to really judge how the Joel Diaz-Šelestюk marriage is working out, but I think early returns are very positive. I think it was a very strong performance from Taras.
Taras Šelestюk. There you see him putting on the shirt, finally getting the mouthpiece out. And that was a round where Alvarez came out really aggressive, was landing a couple of shots, and then the Ukrainian ended it.
Taras did a really nice job of using a guy's own momentum and aggression against him. That is classic counter-punching right there to a certain degree. Taras Šelestюk, I thought, did a better job tonight of creating offense, being more aggressive, fighting off the front foot, and then you saw what he did there, using his own guy's momentum against a very strong outing.
Crystal Alvarez saying, woo-woo, good work, Taras. Exactly, also good work tonight, Tom Driver.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 2 minutes, 5 seconds of round number 3. Our referee in charge, Ed Colantes, waves it off. Your winner by way of technical knockout and still undefeated, Taras Real Deal Šelestюk.
He is now 16-0. That didn't look like a boring fighter, Steve.
No, it didn't, and we have to keep this in mind. Alvarez was chosen for a reason. He had been stopped by Provodnikov. Anytime you go with a new trainer, no matter how good he might be, it is going to be a process. And it usually takes 2 or 3 fights. But I think, again, after one fight, the Shelley-Stock-Diaz marriage, I think is looking pretty good.
Rick Crabtree, Greg Jacobson, Lorenzo Gonzalez, and Randy Bowmer. Maria Garcia of Heather Silver Farm.
And everybody in the Ukraine, don't go to sleep. I mean, stay awake. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have Taras coming over to speak with us. The real deal look like it tonight as Jesus Alvarez knocked out in the third. I'm going to give you a quick recap of the night as we wait for Taras. First of all, thanks to everybody on the Facebook that you left comments over and over and over. Thank you guys so much. It all opened up with Marco Antonio Delgado, first round KO. He's from Turlock, California. Brandon Trejo, workman-like effort tonight. Got the job done, 4 rounds. The fighter from Napa. Jose, California, unanimous decision. He's now 24-1-1. Ruben Villa, the fourth, RV4 from Salinas, California, got his job done with unanimous decision. And then right now, Taras Shelestuik, a 3rd round KO to improve to 16-0. Roger Jr. says Taras is the real deal. Alan Alfano Jr., that was awesome. And then some bad words in Spanish, which yo no tengo que decir. Maybe it was a good idea that they had last call so early. Taras got the job done for them.